Hello North Country, and welcome to South Acres Field in Plattsburgh for the New York State 1996 Public High School Softball Championships. It's the Class B North Country Regionals between the Section 10 champions Franklin Academy and the Section 7 champions Plattsburgh High School. I'm Foxy Gagnon. We'll hope you'll join us for softball at its best in the North Country. For visiting Franklin Academy, leading off will be Missy West. She'll be pitching. Batting second, Kelly Malone. Batting third, Dia Dufault. In the cleanup spot, Bridget Perry. Amber Goppert bats fifth. Angie Dustin sixth. Amy Ballard seventh. Trisha Childs eighth. And the ninth batter, Amy Dizitel. For Plattsburgh High School, meeting here with Coach John Fountain. Plattsburgh will lead off with their catcher, Jody Forget. Shannon Trost bats second. Carol Provost batting third, and Stacy Brown bats cleanup. Chrissy King is in the number 5 spot. Liz Yuckstad bats number 6th. Batting 7th, Carrie Andino. Batting 8th, Courtney Voorhees. And in the 9th spot, Danielle Waldron. Gretchen Morris will be pitching for Plattsburgh High School. So the matchup of Franklin Academy from Malone, 18 wins and no losses overall this season, 39 straight victories. They go for number 40 today. They are the 3-time Class B champions of Section 10 and the defending New York State champions in Class B. Much talked about Missy West, multi-sport star at Franklin Academy, and a large crowd here from Franklin Academy, and also we expect a lot of people from Plattsburgh to come out to see this Franklin Academy team ranked number 1 in the state. Plattsburgh High School 10-7 overall this season. They came up with the victory in the Class B championship over Beekmantown Central to earn the spot to this North Country Regional game. Section 7 champs Plattsburgh High School against Section 10 champions Franklin Academy. Meeting of the coaches at home plate. Michelle Wiggins, been the coach of varsity softball at Franklin Academy since 1976. She's talking things over with John Fountain, the head coach at Plattsburgh High School. John in his 3rd year. Jim Farron, the home plate umpire, and he's accompanied by Kevin Prey and Steve Parker on the bases. I'm Foxy Gagnon. We hope to be joined by Eric Gagnon, the stat man. He'll keep us up to date on the statistics, we hope, and we're about set for the North Country Regionals game. We want to mention assistant coach Coley Morris for Plattsburgh High School and the junior varsity coach Vicki McMillan to his left. Vicki McMillan, the underwriter for tonight's telecast, and we thank her very much for support of local sports on TV. Missy West, undefeated, pitched a 1-hit shutout to win the Section 10 Class B championship. Set to face Jody Forget. Still a group of officials around home plate. The players are ready, the officials aren't. Joe Staves, athletic director at Plattsburgh High School there, just making sure of the ground rules. Plattsburgh does not usually play its games at this field, so they're just making extra sure that everything's set prior to the game. Media is here, out in full force.
Is that what it is?
Plenty of publicity, and our partners to the north. Sam Castine, Calvin's brother, and Bob Venn, Uncle Bob, representing Hometown Cable in the northern tier. They're here for the ball game as well. Plenty of coverage for the ball game between Franklin Academy and Plattsburgh High School. And we're set for play. I'm joined by Mike Roberts, our old basketball official buddy, and he's going to keep score for an inning or two, see if my son comes and bails me out. Missy West set for the first pitch of the ball game. Jody Forget steps in. Takes the strike on the fastball, and there'll be plenty of fastballs from Missy West. Fouled. Fair ball right at the plate. Scarfed up by the catcher. And one quick out. Got a piece of it though. That's a good sign. Shannon Tross steps in. Shannon is the designated player. She will bat but not play the field for Fountain's team. Called strike. Hold to the count on Trost. The pitch outside. A 1-2 count on Shannon Trost. That one just missed. Count goes even at 2-2. And in case you don't realize it, Missy West for basketball, a scholarship to Duke University. The changeup. Missy West wondering why that wasn't a strike. Full count and the fastball swung on and missed. First strikeout for West and 2 quick outs in the top of the first inning. In the scorebook, the home team is Franklin Academy by virtue of the better record, even though the game's being played in Plattsburgh. Carol Provo steps in, reliable hitter for Plattsburgh. She's had some big hits late in the season for the Hornets. Called strike. A ball and a strike. Jim Barron at home plate. Swung on and missed. That fastball is tough to catch up to. It's out racing the camera, obviously. West set to pitch. Piece of it foul off the catcher. West pitch is up high. Trisha Childs is the catcher. I want to thank Mike Roberts for helping us out, and Eric just arrived on the scene. The stat man had a whole bag full of stats. Swung on and missed, so West records 2 strikeouts in the top of the first. The Hornets take the field. It's the bottom of the first. The score, Plattsburgh High School 0, Franklin Academy coming to bat. Dan West in the coaching box for Franklin Academy, and that's the dad of Missy West. Michelle Wiggins, the coach, will make her way down to the third base coaching box. Gretchen Morris, the pitcher for Plattsburgh. Jody Forge at the catcher, and stepping in for Franklin Academy is Missy West. That's from the left side. You're watching the North Country Regional Championship, and the team that wins here will move on to the next round of the New York State Class B Softball Championships. Ball 1 from Morris. Called strike. We've got a breeze here as well. Cloudy skies. Count goes to 2-1. And West opens with a base hit, and she thinks about 2. The throw comes in from the outfield. West leads off with a single. In the infield for Plattsburgh, Yockstad at first base, Liz Yockstad. Andino at shortstop. Actually, let's see. Waldron at third base, and Chrissy King, the second baseman. Second batter for Franklin Academy is Kelly Malone. Third baseman Waldron right on top of the play, expecting the bunt. West steals second. The throw goes to the outfield. West heads to third. So a single and then one pitch. West ends up on third base. Plattsburgh going to have to take care of the softball. Nobody out in the first for Malone. Both infielders move right in, Jokstad and Waldron from first and third. Expecting Malone to bunt. She takes it, a called strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Infielders move back. To bunt on with 2 strikes would be a strikeout if you bunted foul. Limits the possibility of a bunt. Whoops. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Dia Dufault is next. Swung on and missed. So Gretchen Morris picks up a strikeout. West remains at third with 1 out for Dia Dufault. Another excellent basketball player. Many four-year starters on this Franklin Academy team.
One down. The batter is Dia Dufault. Plays in left field tonight.
Dufault swings and misses. Dufault and West teamed up for a lot of basketball victories over the past few years. Morris set the pitch. West on third, 1 out. Batting in the cleanup spot, batting next, Bridget Perry. Infield grounder, the throw comes our way. West safe under the slide. Out at first from Andino to Jokstad. They got the out at first by half a step. West scores on the infield grounder, give Dufault the important RBI. It's 1-0 Franklin Academy, bottom of the first. And now Perry steps in. And Dino hauls in the infield pop-up from the shortstop spot to end the first. Franklin Academy scores a run on a hit, and after one, it's Franklin Academy 1, Plattsburgh High School 0. Stacy Brown leads off the second inning against Missy West and the Franklin Academy Huskies. Called strike right down the middle. Going to check for the swing. Yep, it's a swing, and it's an 0-2 count now on Stacy Brown. Missy West picked up 2 strikeouts in the first. She's looking for her third. She tossed a few no-hitters this year. Fouled across the street. That's that fastball. It's tough to get around on the West fastball. Swung on and missed. Oh, they threw to first and shot it away. The catcher caught it on a bounce. We're going to have a little discussion here. Well, just checking things for a moment. But Stacy Brown, by virtue of the strikeout and the missed ball by the catcher threw too short to first base, and it bounced away from the first baseman. They're explaining some things to Coach Wiggins. But the play stands. And now Chrissy King is up. Brown at first, nobody out. King swings and misses the throw down to first. Stabbed by the first baseman. We're going to check who the first baseman is. I don't have anybody's names. Dizitel at first base. The bunt attempt fouled off by King, trying to get Brown down to second base. Brown returns. Coach John Fountain in the third base coaching box. You have to figure, to create some action here in the infield, you may have to resort to bunting just to make some contact and get some movement by the fielders. Swung on and missed, and King goes down swinging. So 1 out, even though West technically has recorded 2 strikeouts in the inning. There's 1 out, and Liz Yakstad, lefty swinger, steps in. Pitch from West. Yakstad waits on it. High, ball 1. Carrie Andino will be next. That's a called strike. Count even at 1-1. Bounding grounder against the fence down the third baseline. A ball and 2 strikes now to Yakstad. Brown returns to first base. Pitch low, count even at 2-2. Oh, a steal. Ball went into center field, but credit Stacy Brown with the steal. That caught me sleeping. West steps in to pitch. Count even at 2-2 to Liz Yakstad. She asked for time to reset. Now she's ready. Called strike 3. 3rd strikeout of the inning. So Missy West with a chance to tie a record with many by striking out 4 in 1 inning. Coach Wiggins out for a discussion with her catcher Malone and the pitcher Missy West. A little discussion here about Brown, who's at second base. Timeout in the field. The score: Franklin Academy 1, Plattsburgh 0. We'll make one correction. Childs is the catcher, not Maloney. And now Carrie Andino steps in. 2 outs. Brown at second base, top of the 2nd inning. And West with 3 strikeouts in the inning, chance to tie a record. Andino wants to make contact. The big swing, 0-1. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Brown on second with 2 outs. Well, we might have got it in the camera. Infield ground out to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. The score: Franklin Academy 1, Plattsburgh 0. Large crowd in attendance. There's Sam Castine, Bob Venn, Bill Laundrie's here, all kinds of fans. Everybody's here. Big supporting crowd, student body of Plattsburgh High School. Fans lining the fences all around. And Gretchen Morris. Who's up, Eric?
Amber.
Okay. What's her name? Goppert? Amber Goppert. She is an 8th grader. So starting as an 8th grader, Missy West started as a 7th grader on this Franklin Academy team, so she is in her 6th year with the Lady Huskies softball varsity team. Amber Goppert in the batter's box. That one's inside. Looks like a 3-1 count. Again, the infielder is very close to the batter. The grounder fouled to the right of third baseman Danielle Waldron. And with 2 strikes, the infielders on the corners move back. Morris set the pitch and delivers to Goppert. Smash to second base. King with the throw to Yakstad. 1 out. Brings up Angie Dustin. Mostly seniors on the Franklin Academy team. Line drive, Andino was there. Andino with the catch on the line shot. So good defense behind Gretchen Morris, and she's all happy about it. 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Brings up, can't read it, my eyes are going bad, Amy Ballard. We're going to use Gordy Courier as my interpreter. Contact again, King to Yakstad. Good inning for the Lady Hornets, 3 up, 3 down. And we've played 2, the score. Franklin Academy 1, Plattsburgh High School 0. Courtney Voorhees steps in, top of the 3rd inning. Will play 7, at least. Called strike. No balls, 2 strikes on Voorhees. Tough to get around on the fastball, as we pointed out. One ball, 2 strikes. One out, top of the 3rd. Plattsburgh looking for its first hit, and Franklin Academy has 1 hit off of the Hornets' Gretchen Morris. This is Danielle Waldron, the 3rd baseman. Gets out of a crouch, called strike 1. West with good control. Sometimes you have the fastball, but you don't have the good control to go with it, and it doesn't do any good. Well, that made me jump. Line drive into the crowd. Everybody okay? We hope everybody's okay down there. They're shuffling around. Some of the high school boys baseball team here. The pitch.
It's a 1 down.
Waldron held up on that one. Whoops. Strikeout there. 2 outs. 44 Jet steps in. She hit a roller in front of the plate in her first at-bat. Thrown out from Childs to Dizitel at first base. Shaping up as a quick ball game at this speed. Steve Parker at third base, and Kevin Prey at first base. The other officials, along with Jim Barron, the home plate ump. To the outfield, left field, Dufault with the catch. 3 outs, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. The score: Franklin Academy 1 and Plattsburgh High School 0. Trisha Childs steps in against Gretchen Morris. Bottom of the third inning. Franklin Academy 3 times in a row, Section 10 champions. The base hit. Childs opens the inning the right way for Franklin Academy, and now Dizatel will step in. Whoops, I looked in the wrong place. Who fielded that one?
Third base.
From third to first?
Yep.
Thank you. Waldron to Yockstad for the out. That's what we get for just bringing one camera instead of our usual 6 that we have. And it's the top of the order, Missy West. West opened the ball game with a single. Childs at second base now with 1 out. Ooh, got all of that, baby. Over the head of the right fielder. They shag it, but West is going to go all the way. Home run, West, the 2-run homer, Missy West, to help her own cause, and she punches her teammate right in the head by accident. Well, I'm not, that was hit so hard, I don't call that one an error. I call that a hit all the way and a home run over the head of the right fielder.
There's knuckleball going out there.
Line drive shot. And it's Franklin Academy 3, Plattsburgh 0. Plattsburgh infielders move in. Malone at the plate.
The batter is number 11, Malone.
Boy, I missed my videographer, Laura Gagnon. Where is she?
Actually, if anybody hits the ball, they hit it.
Base hit right down the line. Play at second, safe. Quick throw from the right fielder, Courtney Voorhees. Nice, strong arm. But Maloney is in safely.
That cost him a dead playing in.
Well, you got a strike out the first time. Second time, John was double. I guess you got the
3 of the 4 batters with hits in the third inning, so the Franklin Academy bats getting warmed up. Oh, out. I need the explanation.
Missed first base.
Okay, there's Kevin Prey. He eyeballed that one. He's a veteran official. You don't fake him out on that. So Maloney missed first base, and the 2 runs count.
2 runs count in.
Yeah, we could check our tape. I don't know what I was looking at. Huh? The runs are in. They count, but
they were already in.
They were already in. They count. Gordy and I agree on that one. Sounds like we disagree, but we agree. Whoop, got a piece of Dufault's foot. She trots to first base, no problem. Oh, too much action for this camera. Now who's up, Eric?
Bridget Perry.
Bridget Perry steps in with Dufault at first base, and now 2 outs in the inning. It's a 3-0 Franklin Academy lead. And she hammers one down the left field line. Scooped up by Provost and fired into the infield. Ball gets away. Oh, Plattsburgh throws the ball away and gives a run away. Plattsburgh gives Franklin Academy a run on that one. So Dufo scores and Perry ends up on third. And what started out as just a base hit. And now who's up? Goppert. Her second place appearance. Swings and misses on that one. The catcher is Jody Forget. Gretchen Morris giving up quite a few hits in this inning. She went quite quickly through the Franklin Academy batters. That's over towards us, but over our head. Liz Yockstad gets a look at it, but it's over our head. The camera wasn't budging. We're in out of play territory, no problem. Gordy Courier by my side, and then it's Eric Gagnon, the stat man, keeping track of things. Pitch is inside. Morris, the windup in the pitch. Grounder to third. Gobbled up, but the throw is offline, and another Plattsburgh error. And they're still throwing the ball around. They overthrew it in the infield and down to second. The ball's still live. Plattsburgh giving away runs in the third inning. You can't do that to a championship team, and assistant coach Clay Morris is going to call time and get things organized. I've lost track of the runs. We're going to total them up. Timeout on the field. It's Franklin Academy 5, Plattsburgh 0. And we haven't changed our innings. We're still in the bottom of the third. Who's up now? Angie Dustin, they say. Lofted to the shortstop, Andino, for the final out of the inning. After 3, it's Franklin Academy 5 and Plattsburgh High School 0. Truss, Provost, and Brown for Plattsburgh in the 4th. Franklin with 5 runs on 5 hits, and Plattsburgh no runs on no hits. We're in the top of the 4th. Truss takes that one, and the count's even at 1-1. Big swing. Couldn't catch up to the fastball. A ball and 2 strikes to Truss. She's the designated player, does not play the field, equal to designated hitter. Good eye on that one, 2-2. You're watching the #1 softball team in New York State, Franklin Academy, #1 ranked in the high school poll, and they're 18-0 this season. They've won 39 in a row over the last few years, and they are the defending New York State Class B champions. The elite of high school softball, no question about it, in the state, not just the North Country. Carol Provost fouls it away. Michelle Wiggins is the coach there in the background behind the batter Provost. Oh, the changeup. A beauty of a changeup from West. Just floated in, and it's a called strike. Wow. We want to thank Vicki McMillan for supporting our endeavors today, helping present high school softball on TV. 2 strikeouts and a total of 9 now for West through 3 2/3 innings. Call strike to Stacy Brown. They're talking behind me that West doesn't walk very many batters, so you might as well go up there and take your swings right out. Oh, geez, I saw that coming right at me. That got me jumping. Pitch from West, swung on and missed, and West strikes out the side in the fourth. 10 strikeouts in the ball game for West. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. It's Franklin Academy 5 and Plattsburgh High School 0. We want to get a good look at the crowd that's here today. People from all the schools. Brew Central, Beekmantown Central. We'll give you a look through the crowd. Good to see our old buddy Paul Valairs here. Paul Valairs, what an athlete he was in his day. And a great friend of youth sports, sports of all kinds in the North Country. Good to see Paul Valairs here at the ball game. He lives just down the street. Our old buddy John Ireland, his anniversary's up this month. He doesn't look too happy about it though. Oh, and his lovely wife Brenda is working, and John's here viewing the ball game.
Right down there too.
Big crowd from Malone for this ball game. Amy Ballard in the fourth for Franklin Academy against the pitcher Gretchen Morris. Called strike.
Not quite so far in now.
A shot, right field, fair ball. Voorhees fields it and holds the runner to a single. Is she 2 for 2? Is she 2 for 2? First hit then for Ballard, and now Amber Childs. Tricia Childs steps in. She's probably got a cousin named Amber. Oh, the wide shot. Two up and two on, both with singles for Amy Dizitel. That's a total of 7 hits now for Franklin Academy. Plattsburgh still looking for their first. The bunt fielded, played to first, nicely done by Plattsburgh, and a nice sacrifice bunt for Dizitel. Puts 2 runners into scoring position, 1 out in the fourth, and you've got Missy West up. She's 2 for 2. Opened the ball game with a single, and then she hit a 2-run homer over the head of the right fielder in her last at bat. And they play right on top of West. Credit Waldron and Yakstad for bravery, especially against Missy West. My. The way she hit that last pitch in her last at bat. Morris delivers to West. Low. Count is 3-0, so they're being very careful with first base open. They may want to face the next batter, Maloney. Called strike, so it goes to 3-1. Now West will be ready. Morris winds and deals. Ball 4. West trots to first, and the bases are loaded. 1 out for Maloney. Kelly Maloney. A big opportunity for Franklin Academy to blow this ball game wide open, and an important batter here for Gretchen Morris to face to keep this game within reach. No place for this batter, so Morris will have to come up with some good pitches for Maloney. Called strike. What's Malone done in their 2 at-bats? Struck out and what's that?
She had a double, but
A double, but missed first base. Second base, and they get nice play on the 1-hop throw. King to Forget. Forget took the 1-hop throw nicely. Force out at home, so the bases remain loaded, but 2 outs now. Much better situation for Plattsburgh. Franklin has not scored in this inning, even though they've come up with 2 hits. And now it's Dufault. Swings and misses. She was ahead of that one. Dufault had 3 RBIs in her last game. Grounder foul. Dufault grounded out and then was hit by a pitch in her second at bat, so she's 0 for 1 officially, but she does have an RBI. You're watching the Section 10 champions Franklin Academy against Section 7 Class B champions. That's going to be in there. Plattsburgh High School kicked around in the outfield. Oh, beautiful. But the double for Dufault, 2 more runs in at 7-0. And Perry will come to the plate, 2 out. So a 2-out hit by Dufault. Batting out of the number 3 spot. She has 3 RBIs in the game now, and now here is Perry. 7-0, 7 runs for Franklin Academy. We are in the top of the 4th. Speared by Morris for the final out of the inning, but Franklin Academy picked up a couple more and they lead going to the 5th inning. After 4, it's Franklin Academy 7 and Plattsburgh High School 0. Chrissy King leads off against Missy West. Swung on and missed. So far, this game has been pretty much the way Franklin Academy hoped it would go. Missy West tossing a no-hitter middle of the ball game and racking up the strikeouts. And the Franklin Academy team scoring some runs early. They lead 7-0. Top of the 5th inning with 1 out now. And now Yuckstad steps in. West has struck out 11 and 6 of the last 7. Every time I look at the scorebook, we lose track of the camera, but that's okay, folks. Bear with me on that. 6 of the last 7 outs by strikeouts. Pitch to Yuckstad, called strike. Barron said that word a lot tonight. Quickly pitched. She didn't waste any time. West got it and fired it. Takes her time now.
Remarkable after
2 balls and 2 strikes to Liz Yuckstad. We're going to concentrate on West windup. Ball was fouled off. Well, no question about it. We've talked about it the last few years. Missy West, an excellent basketball player, headed to Duke University, and many said that Missy could have very well started on a number of boys basketball teams, not only in Section 10 but in Section 7 and probably throughout the state as well. What an athlete. Working on a no-hitter in the 5th inning. Now with 2 outs. The Plattsburgh team, 8-7 in league play, came up with the big win in the Section 7 Class B finals, beating Beekmantown Central School. Earned the way for the right to face the Section 10 champions, which turned out, as predicted, to be Franklin Academy. And Dino grounds one, and it's just foul. So close to the first hit, because that might have been a tough play, an inch or two, and that would have been a tough play with the speed of Andino. She might have been able to beat that out, but ball bounced foul. Andino set for West. There's that change up. Too low. 2 balls and a strike to carry Andino. Count to 2-2. Plattsburgh has had a base runner. Stacy Brown struck out, but the ball had bounced around home plate. The strikeout, and Brown outraced the catcher's throw. Catcher threw wildly, so Plattsburgh has had a base runner, but not in this inning. We've played 4.5, and as we head to the bottom of the 5th, it's Franklin Academy 7 and Plattsburgh High School 0. Amber Goppert steps in, the 8th grader. Gretchen Morris in her 5th inning of work for the Hornets. And Dino, and that will go as an error. A hard shot rolled up her arm. So Goppert reaches on the infield error. Angie Dustin will step in. She's the second baseman. She's 0 for 2. Again a roller, and Dino goes to second and safe. Safe on the fielder's choice. The throw was low. Brown had trouble, or King had trouble handling it. And however that scored, it's runners on first and second with nobody out. And another big opportunity for Franklin Academy. This is Ballard. Called strike.
People all the way up to Orlando, too, up to watch this game. Here at Plattsburgh, New York. I think we had the parents when they were in Florida. Ball is hit.
Nicely speared. Oh, safe. Nicely speared by Morris. Went for the force out at third base. And my guess is that Waldron didn't have her foot on the base. She went for the tag because it was a force out, really, but runners on first, second, and third now with nobody out. for the batter. Eric, who is it? Childs. What did he see in the game?
2 singles, 2 runs scored.
2 singles, 2 runs scored. Good hitter to have at the bottom of the order. That one's just foul. Might have had a close play at home. Bases loaded, nobody out. Popped up a skyscraper in the infield fly. King grabs it for the first out. Up now the number 9 hitter, Amy Dizitel. She is 0 for 2. Bases loaded, good RBI opportunity, and Missy West would be next. We don't want to see Missy West up with the bases loaded. Plattsburgh looking for the DP. Shot, shortstop, they take the force at third. Oh, safe. Waldron couldn't get her foot on the base for the force out. A mental mistake there, and Plattsburgh playing before this crowd of a few hundred, obviously nervous, and Coach John Fountain just scratching his head. Bases loaded now, 1 out. For number 25, Missy West. She has 2 hits and a walk. She scored twice, has a single and a home run to her credit. A couple RBIs. Called strike. Pressure on Gretchen Morris. We are in the 5th. Morris with the pitch to West. Nubbed off the end of the bat. Getting a little chilly now. Two and 2 the count to West. Morris winds, whips it in, smash down the left field, foul. All the way down the left field line. Two and 2, the count remains to West. Whoa, got all of that one. Behind the post and foul. They were going to send me dancing on that one. Definitely a pull hitter on that one. I no longer have much room to move as people have gathered right around the camera as well and sitting on the grass. That one came up high and inside to West. Bases loaded, 1 out. Franklin Academy with the 7-0 lead. 8-0 lead and more now. The single right up the middle.
Nice throw again.
Stacy Brown, nice throw to home plate to hold the second runner. But it's 9-0. And West with her 3rd hit. She's been on base 4 times. She has 3 RBIs now in the ball game. Missy West at first base. Sacks remain packed. 1 out. And it's Kelly Maloney, but is this a pinch hitter? Is this, no, this has been Maloney the whole game.
We're back in the ball game.
Morris with the delivery. Called strike. King to Brown, or King to Yakstad, but the ground out scores a run. We've got the score as 10-0 now in our book with Eric the stat man, and he has how many total hits now for Franklin Academy? 9 total hits. Up now is Dia Defoe, a much feared hitter. Bats out of the number 3 spot. She's the RBI lady for the Lady Huskies, and there's the shot. Base hit. Play from left field off the shins of Provo. She has trouble handling the ball, and the run scores, and Dufo ends up on second base. A single and another RBI for Dufo, and it's 11-0. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. The breeze whipping up. There are how many out? 1 out still? 2 outs. 2 outs. That's right, 2 outs. And now it's Bridget Perry. In the dirt. Blocked nicely by Forjet, but it ended up right at the batter's feet. Runner Dufo gets to third base. The pitch to Perry. Grounder Waldron to Yakstad for the out. 5 more runs for Franklin Academy in the 5th, and after 5 it's Franklin Academy 12 and Plattsburgh 0. 6th inning, Courtney Voorhees leads off. Puts the ball in play. Tough play. They got it from second base to first base.
Not really.
We want to know who the second baseman is to the first baseman.
Dustin to
Dizitel. Dustin to Dizitel. Now Waldron is up. 4 balls have been put in play. 2 of them by Forjet. And the closest, the farthest they've hit it is a pop up to the left fielder. Oh, strike 3. We'll have a play here. Oh, that's only the second strike. Whoops. Well, you got to get on first base somehow to get some action going. Waldron steps back in. 2 strikes on her. The late swing and the strikeout. So let's reiterate, because it gets more amazing all the time. West now with how many strikeouts? Let's keep them totaled on the bottom. How many? 14. 4 balls have been put in play. 2 by Jody Forjet, and the farthest a fly out to left field. The other 3 of the infield variety. And they're going to ask West, I think, to take her time. Some warning, a warning given to West. Maybe about taking her time pitching, or about the angle from which she's throwing. Michelle Wiggins.
She may not have come to it.
Looks like she's not in total agreement.
difference.
Pop up again by Forget. And Forget's put it in play 3 times. She's making contact, but just can't catch a break.
Break on there because she didn't know where the ball was.
And at first, well, there's another discussion. Well, ends the inning nevertheless. On the Forget pop up to the first baseman, Dizitel. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the score is Franklin Academy 12 and Plattsburgh High School 0.
We got 13.
A pinch hitter, Allison Miner, leads off the bottom of the 6th inning as Coach Wiggins gets some substitutions in. Fouled against the screen, strike 1. Gretchen Morris still pitching. And to the best of our knowledge, we got, looks like a substitution in left field for Plattsburgh. We'll check that out. That one comes inside. Count 1-1. Gretchen Morris still pitching for Plattsburgh. Allison Miner, the pinch hitter for Franklin Academy. They're up by a dozen. Safe at first. Morris gunned it, but Miner beat it out anyway for the infield single. The 11th hit, according to our stats. And now, who's up? That's Dustin. Strike 1 right at the knees. Morris with a nice pitch there.
It's Jennifer McKee.
Oh, this is a pinch hitter. What is the name?
Jennifer McKee.
Jennifer McKee. We want to thank our fan from Malone for helping us identify these people, as Coach Wiggins puts in some substitutions in the 6th inning. McKee, that might drop in there. Just foul on the inside pitch, fought it off and bounded it foul. Jen McKee. Morris set the pitch. Jump rope that one.
I got hurt.
Miner at first base with nobody out in the 6th. Fouled into the crowd. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Eric Gagnon on stats and about 500 fans at South Acres Field in Plattsburgh. And Franklin Academy continues to get base runners on, so Miner is at second base now and McKee at first. And let's see who this is. This is who?
Janice Marlowe.
Janice Marlowe. Third pinch hitter in a row.
Got a couple on those right up there with you too. They're not on those,
Morris's pitch. Swung on and missed. The infield grounder, they go to third for the force out. This time the force out worked. From Andino to Waldron, 1 out. So Marlowe gets at first and McKee ends up on second. And another pinch hitter, Jen Bigness, will come up. Reported by Coach Wiggins to Jim Varon. Oh, he keeps track of everything. These home plate umps, they got all kind of responsibilities.
I heard he was all sick.
So Jen Bigness steps in, runners on first and second with 1 out. We're in the 6th. To be honest, with the 12-0 lead, most of the fans are waiting for the top of the 7th, and they want to see if Missy West can complete the no-hit bid, or if the Hornets can get something going and somebody can break up the no-hitter. The matchup of Section 10 Class B champions, Franklin Academy of Malone, against the Section 7 Class B champions, Plattsburgh High School. And they're asking some fans that are just to our right to move back out of play. They straggled into play, so it's an overflow crowd at South Acres Field. It's been a long time since we've seen a crowd like this one. Franklin Academy up 12-0 and looking for more. The walk. Bigness works Morris for a walk to load the bases. Now who's up?
Nicole Fleury.
Nicole, is it?
Nicole Fleury.
Nicole Fleury now. 4 straight pinch hitters. Or is it 5? 5 straight. I think that ties a record, Section 7, Section 10 record. 5 pinch hitters in a row. It's getting a little cold. Oh, nice throw. Safe. Oh boy. We'll watch that one on the replay. Heck of a throw from Forget to Yakstad. Might have caught Bigness leaning. The better angle was Varon, and nods people, everybody nodding their head here that they thought there was an out on a pickoff throw. Called strike. Flurry at bat in a pinch hit roll. Bases are loaded. 1 out. 1 out.
Yes.
Gretchen Morris going to reach back for more on this pitch. Wants a strikeout here. Don't look now, but somebody's in the on deck circle.
Crowd continues to grow. Nobody's going home. Because of a very amazing thing that's taking place right here. You can't mention it because you're not supposed to in the process. Something is very amazing happening in this game.
Foul right into a crowd of students.
Foul ball. The person looking lucky there.
Well, if we look north, we see west. Figure that riddle out. Fouled against the screen. Coach John Fountain for Plattsburgh High School. Strikeout for Morris. They try again on Bigness. This time she was ready. 2 outs now with the bases loaded. And just who you didn't want to see, Missy West. 3 for 3, plus a walk, 3 RBIs. Swinging the bat with the bases loaded. Now they're due to get her out. Let's put it that way. Good line drive hitter. Stance similar to Foxy Gagnon in his day.
The voice of Foxy Gagnon in the back.
2 balls and no strikes. A little afraid to pitch to her here. Similar to Foxy Gagnon in his day. Of course, Foxy Gagnon didn't end up going to Duke either, though. 3-0. Well, a walk is an RBI. But you better believe Missy would like a piece of this softball on this pitch. She waits it and gets the walk and the RBI. Unlucky 13-0. 2 outs. Sack still packed, and it brings up Kelly Maloney, who hits in the number 2 spot. She is, I can't read it. My eyes are shot. 1 for 3 today? No, 1 for 4.
We have 14 strikeouts.
Grounded our way right into a group of girls.
6 innings.
Girls from Stafford Middle School.
Strikeouts, so there are too many balls being hit. 14 strikeouts. We'll tell you more about that at the end of the game. You can't say anything during the game.
And that one just off the glove of Forget. Morris covers home.
See if we can get anybody else to estimate how many people are here. Anybody got a good guess?
Trying to estimate how many people are here at the game.
I've estimated 300 to 400. Anybody else?
Bob Venn estimates 300 to 400. He's the play-by-play man for Hometown K-Ball.
Somebody said 350.
Owned and operated by Calvin Castine. Sam Castine is here. Calvin's top right-hand man. The pitch fouled off. This is Maloney in the batter's box with the bases loaded, 2 outs, and we're in the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th. Even though we're in Plattsburgh, the home team, Franklin Academy, by virtue of its 18-0 record on the season.
But that's not counting the players over there for the Babe Ruth game.
Skied to right field and caught. Center fielder Stacy Brown came over and caught it. I hope I didn't step in Sam Castine's way, but it ends the 6th inning. We head to the top of the 7th, last opportunity for Plattsburgh High School. The score after 6 is Franklin Academy 13 and Plattsburgh High School 0. Top of the 7th inning, Shanna Kirk steps in to pinch hit in this spot. Open the 7th inning, try to make some contact. And Missy West working on a no-hit shutout. It's 13-0 and no hits for Plattsburgh. Franklin Academy 13 runs on 12 hits. Gretchen Morris, the Plattsburgh pitcher, struck out 2. Bounded. West will have to make the throw. Does so to Dizatel at first. And 2 outs to go on the no-hit try. Now we have a pinch hitter again.
Carol Provo batting now. 1 down.
Oh, that is Carol, isn't it? Is that Carol Provost? Yep.
1 to 3.
Carol Provost steps in. Missy West 2 outs away from a no-hitter and from the regional championship. Crowd trying to get something going. Pitch to Provost. Fouled off. We just overheard Bob Venn say that Missy West has pitched 4 no-hitters this season and 5 one-hitters. My goodness. Well, Plattsburgh's made contact. There's the... Oh! That's the base hit. Carol Provost, and she heads for more. Down into the right field line. Provost heads for 3. So all of a sudden, kabing, kabang, Provost with the hit. A diving try by Angie Dustin at second base, but the hit by Provost, and that's got the Plattsburgh team with something to celebrate. Dustin dove for it. Scored a hit. Scored a hit all the way in our books. Hit. We called it a hit here. We're calling it a hit, but we don't know what the official scorer calls it. Would you call that a hit from Franklin Academy?
No.
Huh? Oh, they want that to be an error. They want that to be an error on it so that it'd be a... I'd have to give it a hit the way from what I saw. And now Stacy Downtown Brown is up. They're coming over here to the stat man. Everybody's asking, what did Eric score at? A hit. The fans are asking, who was that guy? Travis somebody. Travis Cole comes over to check. The Beekmantown fans want to know, is it a... Nick Fortunatus is here. We know those basketball guys. We'll see those guys during basketball season. Ground ball across the field and a base hit. Brown beats it out on an infield hit. So 2 quick hits from Plattsburgh. They're down 13-0. Oh, the man arrives. Calvin Castine, Hometown Cable, comes here for the 7th inning. Boy, that's great relief for Sam. 2 outs to go in the ball game. It's a 13-0 Franklin Academy lead, but Plattsburgh with what we definitely have to call a rally. Runners on the corners and 1 out. Brown goes to second base uncontested. And Chrissy King is the batter. Hammered foul. Almost got a car going by. Well, Carol Provost breaks up the no-hitter with a shot between first and second. And then an infield hit by Stacy Brown. Provost and Brown back-to-back with hits. Our book has 2 hits. And now Wes will concentrate on the shutout and the victory. Facing King. Right in our direction. Oh boy, look at these guys. Right at him. Right at him. Calvin and Bob got them dancing.
I got it right there. You want to see where it hit? Right there.
He protected himself with the scorebook. Oh, what kind of action. Uncle Bob doing the soft shoe.
You're on this side. You've got to keep your eyes toward the ball.
A couple of fans running over to see if he's all right. He's okay, but the scorebook isn't. West concentrating on King. Oh, the changeup. Nice time for it. 2 outs. Franklin Academy 1 out away from the North Country Regional Championship. And moving a step closer to that state championship. They are the defending state champions, ranked #1 in New York State.
Excellent ball game all the way through.
Liz Yockstad at the plate. Shot foul. The strikeout and the victory. A 2-hit shutout. Franklin Academy wins the ball game 13-0. Big victory for Franklin Academy as they move on in their quest for the state championship, Class B. Congratulations to the officials, Stevie Parker and Kevin Prey and Jim Varon, the 3 officials. We want to thank Vicki McMillan, the junior varsity coach at Plattsburgh High School, junior varsity softball coach, for being a supporter of our endeavors of local sports on TV. I'm Foxy Gagnon. I want to thank Eric Gagnon for his stats tonight. And we wish Franklin Academy the best in their journey to the state championship. I'm Foxy Gagnon, along with Goose Gagnon and Eric Gagnon, saying good night, North Country.
He was perfect at the plate.